Their alcohol is something you could feel good about, literally. The alcohol makes you feel good, and you could feel good about drinking this particular drink. They have no artificial sweeteners, no syrups, just organic goodness. That's sustainability. What? Why am I not saying that word?
You're drinking champagne.
That is, because I can feel it. Sustainably. I'm gonna reread that because I need that to be right. Welcome to another episode of Odd Pairing. Actually, this is our season finale of season 2. So this is going to be a very special episode. First of all, I want to say that I'm going to bring this episode full circle from the first one. And you'll see in a minute.
Okay.
So, as you know, I am your co-host, Natasha. And then I have my other co-host here, Paige. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, how was your week?
It was good. I went and saw Barbie last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I cried twice. Like
I heard it's
a baby.
Like, super good.
It was so good.
Like women empowerment type
I
good.
was like cackling and crying, and it was wonderful. I was like, I think I might go see this again.
Yeah, because my friend said she was going to go see it with me, and she had seen it already. She was like, I'm going to see it again.
It was really, really good. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. And it was a very strong and powerful message that you wouldn't necessarily, I guess, attribute to Barbie, which is another reason I think they just did a phenomenal job.
That's what made me not want to see it, because I was thinking it was just going to be like too girly Barbie type of like stereotype.
No, it's like all the things that we should be talking about. Female empowerment and messages that we're sending to our children, and like not just to females, but males too. And just like gender roles in society and pressures and all of that. So it's not even like an only girl movie. It's an everybody movie. So
now I'm excited to see it.
So please go see it.
Yeah. Yeah, because at first I was like, you can miss me. So that's good. What else did you do?
My son turned 4, so we had a party. Yeah. He wanted to be Jacob from Sea Beast, which nobody knows. I've really learned that.
Thank you.
It's a movie an animated movie on Netflix, and he was adamant about wearing a costume for his party. So
only the way
I think we also started a family tradition to wear costumes for a birthday party.
Oh, that's good.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see what the next child wants to do.
Right.
What about you?
I had a very busy week on work stuff.
Yeah.
Really, like busy week on work stuff. And just kind of, me and Armando went on a date last night, and we're trying to be more intentional with date nights.
Oh.
And
tell me more.
Yes. So we are trying to do like once a month, because our schedule only allows like realistically once a month. So we was like, let's just start by just going on like dates that are outside of the house. Like you can't be like, oh, make you a romantic dinner inside. That's easy for him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I was like,
no. That's just a Tuesday.
Cop out. Exactly. We're not doing, like, he made me an omelet this morning. No, sir, that's not a date. So part of it is getting us outside the house, for me, is just change of the environment where it doesn't feel kind of like it's love and hate inside of a home. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can argue about the simplest stuff inside your home, and then it kind of messes up the vibe. And then there's this love that goes on inside the home, and then that brings up the vibe. So I kind of wanted to be where because we kind of do like arguments that way anyway. It's like arguments got to be outside, because we don't want to mess up the negativity that's going on inside the home.
Oh, okay.
So if we want to talk about something, let's get in the car and ride. Let's take the dog for a walk and talk about it, or whatever. And then plus we know that anytime that you're upset about something, if you take a good walk or jog or whatever, it actually
blood flowing and
it actually like calms you down.
Yeah.
So we decided that we was just gonna like change that, and then also do that with like dating intentionally. So there's no cell phones unless you're taking a picture of the food.
Or me.
Right. Exactly. And so there's no cell phones, and then no talking about like heavy life stuff. We did it last night for the first time, and it was a conversation of heavy life stuff, but that was in regards of like why we're doing date night.
Oh.
Like why this is going to be so intentional of how we do this. And it could be something for free. It could be something that we pay for. Because it's me last night, and it was my time to do the date night. You got to
plan it.
Yeah, it was extravagant, of course. We went to Ruth's Chris. And,
nice.
Because he loves steaks, and he's such a huge steak fan. And then I remember taking him there a long time ago, and he loved like their steaks there. So I was like, all right, well, let me replan this date night.
Yeah.
And we'll do it again. And so we got dressed up. And
Fun.
we went, and of course, you come dressed up to a place, everybody's like, what's the occasion?
Yeah,
and
what are you celebrating?
You're like, life?
Us?
Just us together? I don't know.
Yeah.
And so, that's something that we've decided to do.
How fun.
And just kind of just bring the love back. I mean, we've been together, we've only been married for going on, 10 months now? Mm-hmm. And we've been together for 4 years. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we just kind of got into like a heavy, hardcore routine.
Yep, that's easy to do.
Yeah. And so with that routine, I realized that, bro, we haven't been dating.
Right.
Like we go out, but if we do go out, it's like other people there, or like we go out with other people and we're like, oh, we went on a date with 8 other people.
Yeah. It's good for your relationship.
Yeah. And I was like, no, it just needs to be just focused on just you and I. And then we're only just being present. Mm-hmm. That's why we're not talking about like heavy life stuff, because it takes us too far back or too far to the front. Yeah. About like whatever it is that you want to do. So I was like, you know what? Just strictly, let's just be in the moment. Yeah. Tell me what you're tasting. Why does it taste so good? Why do I smell so good? Like, all of those type of things. Just really, like, literally intentionally being in the moment. So last night was, it was amazing. And then with it being such a full moon.
Oh, it was beautiful last night.
We parked and we, like, watched it. And I was just like, bro, the illumination on it, for one, was absolutely amazing. Yeah. So I was like, okay, we're going to go, and we're just, like, going to just look at it. And that's what we did. We just kind of sat in the car. We talked about cars as they, like, rode by, of like different ones. We even made a few plans for future stuff businesses and stuff that we have to go and do. But it was just really great to just connect with him like that. Because we woke up this morning in like a bliss. We was like, oh, good morning.
Oh my
God. It was just it really connected us. Yeah. And we was like, why haven't we been doing this?
Yeah, and it's something kind of simple. Yeah. But if you forgot to do it.
We're not fighters. Yeah. We're not people who like get into arguments or anything like that, but we just realized we just weren't connecting. It was a lot of bypass stuff. Mm-hmm. Good morning. Are you going to the gym? All right, see you when you get back. All right, you going to work? See you when you get back. It was just a bunch of back and forth like that, and I realized that we don't take time to just connect.
You set the bar pretty high. What do you think he's gonna try to do next time?
I'm extra. And I'm very forgiving in terms of whatever. If he does a picnic, I'm going to be satisfied. It's going to be just as exciting as we did, because the premise of it, like I said, the intention of it is for us to connect. Yeah. We can go skipping in the park for all I give a shit. Mm-hmm. We're connecting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know what he's going to do or what his plan is for next month, but I know I wanted to kind of start off with something that we both enjoyed in terms of like him eating the steak. Yeah. Me doing a seafood tower that you can't even see the person over on the other side of.
Looking around.
They bring it to the table. I was like, hi, over there. Yeah. But it's intentional. That's like our thing behind like just dating.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just doing intentionally. Yeah. Without anyone, coercing us to come out. Y'all should come out. Okay, yeah, we'll come out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, before we get started, I first want to celebrate us getting through season 2 with a new set. And we're going to be drinking a very special champagne. With this, the reason why this one is so special for me, before I say the name, because people are going to be like, ooh, y'all think y'all are. My sister, this is something that she drinks for her birthday every year.
Oh.
Like, it's like her thing.
Her thing.
Yeah. And so when I remember when she first told me, I threw a birthday party for her, and I think in 2020. And when she first told me that this was her favorite champagne, I was like, okay. I remember going to the store going, damn, that's expensive taste.
Friends in the family.
That's champagne taste. And I was like, okay, it's a birthday. This is what she wants. I'm going to make sure I get it for her. And so ever since she introduced me to it, and I realized that it really is a great champagne, and it justifies the price. Because there's others. Moet. I'm just going to say it. Moet, to me, don't justify the price. Mm-hmm. And what Dun P does. I would say that Dun P is, that's a really good one. But when it comes to this one is special to me, and it's something that her and I said that we was going to go to France, to their place, and visit. Yeah. So with this one, this is called, it is Veuve Clicquot Champagne.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to pop this one in here, and this is what we're going to have to celebrate some of the episode. And then I bring in what I have that's going to bring us back for people who was watching all season. You probably already can guess what I'm going to bring back. But yeah, so as I, get this one together and pop it, this season we're going to talk about, this episode, we're going to talk about everyone we've had over the last 2 seasons, because I want to talk about how they are community driven, and not only just they were great people that came on the show, but
I like talking to them.
Yeah. And why having, visiting these places is so important. Because we didn't bring them on the show because we just needed to fill some airtime. We actually brought them on the show because they a vibe and they spots are a vibe. Mm-hmm. And so I want to make sure that we are kind of intentionally bringing in why these people, places are a vibe, and encouraging our listeners to go and visit these places. Yeah. So if you visit San Diego and you're in the area, or you are already here, this is your time to go and support these people and understand why we feel that they're a vibe. We're not just saying that because they not paying us just yet. But what I'm saying is, we're gonna enjoy. So, and we're gonna celebrate them. This is part of it. And it's ironic that these glasses are made in Italy. Cheers. Mm-hmm. What you think?
Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That's real good. I'm not a big champagne drinker.
Exactly.
And that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always nervous that it's going to be too sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. Mm-hmm. That's so smooth.
It's amazing.
A really nice smell to it. It's wonderful. Thank you for sharing it with me.
Yeah. I was like, that's the standard. My sister set the standard on that one. And I realized that it was something that, the same. Like that's something if someone brung it for like a brunch, I wouldn't add.
You don't add orange juice to that.
You don't add orange, nothing.
No.
You know,
that's not a mixer.
That's something that you just drink just straight, and you just kind of just have it. So yeah, I'm glad that you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's get into our first one, and everyone. This was a fan favorite actually because the numbers on it was amazing.
Yeah,
for this episode. Yeah,
I mean, I loved that episode
too. Yeah, Jill did such a great job.
Amazing reasons, yeah.
Right, on this one. So we'll first talk about Pizza Port. Pizza Port is the top casual food place with good food, amazing beer, and good cheer. It was born from a love of home brewing and a passion for great pizza. They have grown from a small pizza place to a craft beer haven with 5 great locations. So if you're in San Diego, it's one in Solana Beach, Carlsbad, San Clemente, Ocean Beach, Bressi Ranch, Port, actually they have more than 5, I guess. Portside, and then they have one in Imperial Beach. They are winners of over 91 brewing awards, and I bet they won't stop.
Won't stop.
They're not going to stop at all.
Nope.
At Pizza Port, I can promise you a unique dining experience like having an indoor picnic at the park. Every time you go and check them out. Their motto is good food, good beer, and good cheer. And I believe it.
They're fantastic.
They are.
They are a San Diego staple.
Yeah. As soon as she came and you guys was like raving about it on the show, I was like, I have to go. Yeah. I need to go in here and see what Pizza Port is all about. Mm-hmm. And I went in there and I took Armando. And Armando is a huge pizza lover.
And which location did you take him to?
We went to the one in Carlsbad off Carlsbad Village. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so when we went in there and he was already like smelling the pizza, he was like, yes. It smelled like it's going to be fire. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we'll see.
Slow down.
Let's just, You getting your hopes up. We don't know what this is about.
Jill's cool and all. But.
Right. I was like, the chronic is good, but okay. We had it and both of us was just, we was like lost for words. Mm-hmm. The whole time we was like, oh God. Just the whole time. Oh, what? Oh, did you have a little, just taste a little bit of Italian sausage. I don't know what they did to it in the back, but.
Yeah. They're great.
Very good pizza. And now we are addicted. We are addicts. When people come over and we can't think of anything else, we're gonna have Pizza Port.
We're going Pizza Port. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go pick us one up.
And the atmosphere at their location, like all of their locations are unique. Mm-hmm. Like the layouts, like they have like a vibe and you want to go and it's casual and it's so Southern California and like it's the beer, it's the pizza, but on top of that, like the people there is a huge element. I think they've done an amazing job at really like creating this culture that like patrons people who go there feel like they're a part of the Pizza Port family and are greeted in that way. And that makes for such an amazing experience for any customer.
Right. And I will say because since I've been to both of the Carlsbad locations, usually time when I'm in a restaurant, I'm very picky on kids running around. I'm like, hey, hot pizza coming. People got drinks. What are you doing? Sit down. Why are you running around? But this place is such the vibe and the atmosphere for that that I never mind it.
Yeah.
It's usually like one of those people like,
yeah.
When a kid run by,
sorry. How do y'all get out of your way?
Obviously, you're trying to get to the games.
Yeah.
And it it's such a, like, I love that they did it in that way, the way they arrange it, like having at some locations, like it's just like the beer over on the side and then you could just go over there and like get your drinks where it's not all included. Like it's not all in the same location as, getting your food and your,
because some people want to go there because it is a brewery, an award-winning brewery that has amazing beer that they produce. But then on top of that, they usually have like amazing beer from other producers that are unique. And so it's like you go there to drink their beer, but on top of that, that the beer that they have on is the good stuff.
Yes.
You can trust it.
And so I definitely enjoy myself every time I'm at Pizza Port. So if you are in this area.
That's your gateway beer.
It is.
It's official.
Was.
Yeah. You'll never forget
it. It was like the
chronic
was good, but it was something else that she had. Was it like a mango or something?
Oh, that was from Booze Brothers.
That's right.
That was the mango tahini. And then, but we also tried the honey ale, the California honey.
Yes.
Was another one of the, But
that was a good one.
You always say Pizza Port's right up there in your gateway.
Yeah, so if you're in the area and you want good pizza, please go and try them. And then try some of their award-winning beers. And you can ask anybody there. Just as soon as you get up and you go over and you say, just which one of these are your award-winnings?
They're super knowledgeable, so they can help guide you into something that you will like.
Right.
Or at least try, and they want you to enjoy your experience there.
Yes.
They're not like, okay, next person. They're like, how can I help you? And that makes a big difference, that you're not just another person in line.
Exactly. All right. So our next one.
We're going to talk about is You and Yours Distilling. So experience the extraordinary You and Yours, California's first urban destination distillery. This is a place where they bring you closer to the magic behind every sip of their handcrafted vodka and gin cocktails. I felt that this place was just a delight to your senses, and you can experience this in their tasting room. They also have cocktail classes, which I still need to sign up for.
Yeah, I did it.
Where you can become your own mixologist. You and Yours Distillery are making spirits beautiful, accessible, and delicious. Join them. They are in San Diego's East Village and packaged. So you can find them in a lot of local grocery stores as well, which is another way to support them. Yeah. And Laura was great. That was
amazing.
So fun.
Amazing person. And I could tell that she has an amazing staff with her as well, as I visited the location twice. I went with some friends just to kind of take them, and I was like, you guys got to try this gin. And then I'm always going to get you, gin is sin, so we got to do it. And then I went for the mixology classes that you could just
got to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did it. I'm a member. I'm just gonna throw that out there now because I had to. And knowing that they craft with such care and aesthetic, and it's not just an aesthetic drink; it's a good aesthetic drink, which is so very rare to find.
Yeah,
you can go to a lot of these places and they would dress your drink up to be the prettiest drink in the world, but that does not mean that it is the prettiest drink in the world or the tastiest. And so part of that, what I liked about it is I remember when I took my friends was like, first of all, this is a dope place. I like this tasting room kind of vibe to it. And then also it felt like a place you would want to take your family, even though it was distillery.
It's a distillery.
But you want to take your family.
Yeah. It's that welcoming
thing. My grandmother can go there and feel good.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
It's like one of those places. And not a lot of places kind of built into that vibe when it comes to any place that makes an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
A lot of them are just let's just kind of get it. It's mostly a demographic that it attracts, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I felt like this one was, I can literally bring
anyone,
every female in my house, in different generations, to come and enjoy.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Such a great place.
Yeah.
And for her to do it that way, I'm very proud of her for doing that.
Well, and I also liked that and really appreciate her leaning into being a female distillery, and being feminine and being floral, these floral and essence and everything being very beautiful and intentional in that way of she's not the male. And we talked about it a lot when we sat down with her about, the spirits industry being male dominated and having to compete. And she's like, I'm a female and this stuff is beautiful. And, and I think that's really wonderful that she wasn't trying to compete in a male dominated industry by creating another male dominated type of beverage. Like it really
Sunday's gin. Crisp.
So good.
Citrusy. Light.
Yeah.
Goes down easy.
Approachable.
Yes.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Oh, love it. And then our next one is Grafted Cellars.
Yes. Grafted Cellars is a family-owned urban winery hidden among the Vista Business Park, where local terroir meets global excellence. And over 20 varietals are made with love and precision. You can find this a home away from home and enjoy exclusive perks with their generous wine club, Grafted Cellars, with quality wines crafted with care. And I'm a member of Grafted Cellars.
Yes.
So it's great having a nice urban winery in the community. There is an experience of going out to a winery and the vines and everything, but that's not always like the most accessible.
Exactly.
So it's really wonderful being able to have an opportunity to, in the town I live in, to have like good wine available.
Slap dap in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like literally in the middle of the town. So I love their location, that they're in the business park. It just makes me feel like I should just, like my office should be super close. And I should just be able to just unbutton my top button of my shirt and then just go in and then have just a nice glass of their award-winning wines. And then Ryan and Whitney are
amazing.
Amazing people.
They're so cute.
Yeah. And then
their story too, yeah.
Their staff. Let's talk about the staff.
Yeah.
I've been in there a couple of times. And the staff, knowledgeable, first of all.
Yeah. Welcoming, knows your name. Like, yes.
I love that. This is the reason why you guys have to support local, because local is knowing. And a lot of people don't take advantage of that. Some people forget that in terms of just your grocery store, right?
Yeah.
You got those people who work there every single day and you go to the grocery store all the time. Because I'm the type of person who don't keep a lot of groceries in there, so I'm always in the grocery store. I'm always there because I don't like things to like get rotten old. So I'm just like, I'm only going to buy enough for today and tomorrow. And so, with me being always in the grocery store, I'm always like trying to make it my intention of getting to know like people I see regularly. Because of course that industry too, you don't really, people kind of, it's a lot of turnover.
People are, and customers are in there to get things done and to leave.
Leave. Yeah. But it's something special about just kind of making those, your local places to where you are knowing these people by name, because I feel like that when you do and you bring people, it's even more special for them because they even get the vibe that
this is a community.
This is a community. And this is a great place because even my regulars are bringing people and I'm meeting even more people.
Right.
And I love when people come by themselves that I've taken. Like, I'm just like, yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to invite me each time you go. I just want to introduce you to the place.
Right.
And then you just keep coming at your own.
Give you an option.
Yeah. You just keep coming at your own, like, free will or whatever. So I feel like that Grafted is definitely that vibe that I can drop people off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's nice there. Yeah. And like the staff, not only are they welcoming, but so knowledgeable in trying and teaching customers about the different varietals and willing to walk you through what all the tasting notes are and the differences and spend time with you to make sure that you understand and appreciate their product, their wines, which that's really nice to have someone want to spend time with you like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
go there. Please go there. They're right here in Vista. The next one, and so this one, Sip Wine and Beer is super special to me because I am a huge fan of the owner.
Incredible.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Like I'm like every time I go in there, I just think about just how she literally like made it out the mud, even through the pandemic of all of this, to be able to keep it going and then go and build a show. Basically my dream. Go build a show and then win Emmys on it.
Yeah.
Like, what? So for me, I was already just kind of just a huge fan of her, period, just of everything that she's doing, especially as a Black woman, just out here just doing this and supporting BIPOC products in her place. And if you ever get to go there, she definitely has a vibe.
Oh, she's amazing. I just want to hang out with her like all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really busy, so she doesn't have time for me or anything.
Right.
But
no, she'll hang out with you at her place because that's what I do. I just sit at the bar, I drink, and then me and her just like talk the entire time.
Yeah.
You know, so such a great vibe for her. So at Sip Wine and Beer, they are more than just wine and a beer hub. They're a community. They have stood strong through tough times, and together they have made Sip a San Diego staple. There, everyone is welcome. And to a family of diverse brands, thoughts, and perspectives, the owner, Cassandra Shagg, who I am a huge fan of, recently was nominated for 2 Emmys and won 1 on her show, This Fresh Glass. The vibe is right, and it's a safe space for everyone. Go visit Sip Wine and Beer in downtown Escondido. Yeah. Definitely go and check it out.
And we've been talking a lot about community, but it's not just the element of feeling the community and the welcomingness of that, but it's also the ability for people of different backgrounds to feel that welcome, like you were just saying, so that people can have conversations that they wouldn't normally or typically have with people they normally wouldn't be around.
Yes.
And that's what community means and why it's important for people to support their local and community-driven establishments because it's bringing people together in a way that there aren't other places doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on, bring people together. All right, so our next one is another fan favorite. Juneshine.
Yes. I drink a lot of Juneshine.
I do too. I drink a lot of Juneshine.
I mean, I was a fan before, and then after having Chris on, became like a bigger fan because
huge.
Like just learned more about their creative process in developing their recipes and developing their art and their collaborations and everything. And you're like,
collaborations for me.
Oh, that's really unique and special, and I can get on board with that. I love them. Yes.
And just the healthy thought process they took in making their beverages. A lot of people now are taking that same route, but Juneshine has nailed it.
Yes, they have.
Just the fresh juice in some of these. Just
and their cocktails, too.
Don't get me started.
Oh, man.
Don't get me started.
Those,
because
cocktail variety packs.
How they did that in the can?
Masters.
How they do that in the can? I mean, just
they figured
the right
it
amount.
out. Yeah.
Everything's fresh. Everything's new. Everything's great.
You can see exactly what's on the can, what's in the can.
Yes.
There's nothing more than what's listed.
Exactly.
And that feels really good.
Exactly. Yeah. So they recently, I need to point out for Juneshine. Recently, I saw that not recently because Super Bowl was a long time, but they had a commercial on Super Bowl, and I said, "Look at this! Look at Juneshine out here just making a huge impact nationwide." Worldwide, really, because people around the world watch Super Bowl, but nationwide, impactfully. And to know that they're right here.
Right here in San Diego. Another awesome San Diego brand making waves.
Making waves. Literally. Okay? I love that for them. So, ever wondered what's really in your drink? Juneshine did. Crafted in San Diego with only the finest ingredients, Their alcohol is something you could feel good about. They have no artificial sweeteners, no syrups, just organic goodness that's produced and carbon neutral. June Shine is the champagne of kombuchas. Brewed with love for a better drink. That's June Shine's kind of like saying. June Shine, honest alcohol for a better planet. Their tasting rooms are June Shine Ranch here in San Diego. They have other locations in Santa Monica, which I'm trying to go and find since I visit Santa Monica pretty frequently. And then they also have one in Brooklyn, New York. So you can order some in your home through Drizzly. Drizzly is the #1 alcohol marketplace in the U.S. that powers a superior shopping experience for beer, wine, and liquor. Our link will be in the description because if you order June Shine through Drizzly, you can get $15 off your first order. You're welcome.
Good. That's a good little deal.
Yeah. $15 off. So yeah, order through Drizzly. So the next one that we have is Forgotten Barrel. Mm-hmm. I literally just went there this Saturday.
Yeah?
Yep, I took some friends. I saw Chris. Me and Chris hung out for a second. I took them there and we really had a great time. I forgot the guy's name who was serving us. Please, if you see this, it's charge it right here. Matter of fact, charge it to Clico. It's their fault. It's not me. Such a great vibe there too as well. They were actually having a baby shower.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. And they were having it like in the little barn thing that they have. So
that's beautiful.
Oh, yes.
That 100+ year old building. I don't know. Foundation. I'm like, is it a barn? Is it a castle? It looks like a thing? Barn. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like high ceilings. But in the inside,
it looks like a castle.
Yeah. So I'm so confused as to what to very confusing.
Yes. So I'm gonna say something that I did that was it was my first time ever going there to Forgotten Barrel. This is the first time. So I was like, I want to take my friends because we have such great wineries in North County where you don't really have to always go to Temecula to get like a good winery. We have some right here in North County, San Diego. And so I took them there and I remember getting out the car and I was like, okay, where's the entrance? Why did I knock on these people's front door?
Did you knock on Chris's front door?
I don't know whose front door it was. But I was like, why is this not opening? And I was like, maybe. Oh. Because we got there when it opened. So I was like, maybe they haven't opened yet.
Yeah, maybe they just haven't unlocked the door.
I don't know if someone was like looking at me through the window or they probably was like, here they go again. Somebody obviously came drunk and before it even started. So I realized, I was like, wait. We're like on a whole porch. This doesn't make any sense. So I like creeped back.
Oh my God.
And I told my friend, I was like, I think we need to go this way. And so by the time I like walked through like the little courtyard, I was like, oh, whoopsie. Here I am trying to break into someone's home.
Yeah. Well, that's the unsuspecting thing about the winery is that it is in like the middle of a neighborhood.
A whole neighborhood.
I remember the first time that I had gone out there, I'm like driving, I'm like, it's not in the Highland Valley. Like it's not super like rural area. It's literally in the middle of a neighbor. I'm driving through a neighborhood. And I'm
Vines,
like,
grapes, and all.
How is there a winery?
In the middle of the
like not an urban winery, like an actual winery. In this neighborhood. And then all of a sudden you're like, take a right. And you're like,
it's a clearing.
Oh, here it is.
Like, all of a sudden it's like a little small clearing. And you're like, wow, they really have a winery right here.
Yeah. It's a hidden gem.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember when, also as I was like, I typed it into GPS, I'm like, ain't no way. You know how you like zoom in on, ain't no way. That it's like other houses right there. Maybe it's like...
This has got to be wrong. Maybe it's an old address.
Because I'm not familiar with Escondido at all. Like, I'm not familiar with it at all.
Yeah, me neither.
So as I'm going in there, I'm thinking that it's just going to, like, bust open. Like, to, like, this, like, open fields of just vines and grapes and, like, all of this. No.
That does not happen.
You bust a hard right, it's right there.
Yeah.
Other houses surrounding it.
It's beautiful what they've been able to do with it.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And so they actually had like a live guy who was playing the guitar and singing.
cool.
So it was such a nice vibe.
Well, and the weather's great right now, so it's probably wonderful being outside and drinking. Did you have the sangria? I always see on their social media, like their sangria pictures, and I always like, oh, that looks really good.
That's what I started with, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we even got the carfait of it.
Oh.
I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was going to drink one glass?
No. I'll take a whole carafe.
Ridiculous. Is that how you pronounce it? Carafe?
Mm-hmm. Carafe.
Oh, carafe.
The carfait?
Carfait. Why did I think it was... Wait, what you laughing at? What's so funny? Now, peek your head from around that computer. But, yeah, I don't know why I thought it was... I thought because it's usually paired with coffee and then... Oh.
Wait, carfait?
Yeah, because that's what you buy one when you have like a Keurig or... That's what they call it. They don't call it like
a carafe.
No, they don't call it that. That's just what I thought because no one had ever said it out loud.
Said the word. Yeah.
So it's called a carafe.
Carafe.
Well, look at me learning new words. Here I am, can pronounce a fucking French word, but can't pronounce carafe. Ain't that some shit? Okay. Here I am. So there's this cool probiotic drink that's out called Z-Biotics. And if you haven't heard of them, it's basically a probiotic drink that breaks down the byproduct of alcohol that's basically responsible for that rough morning that you have. If you go on their website and order some, you can get a special discount through Odd Pairing by putting in our code OddPairingPod. That's OddPairingPod. And you'll be able to get a discount. Happy drinking. Doing that. So Forgotten Barrel Winery, this is a place where exceptional wines come to life. Once forgotten, now a tranquil heaven in the city, offering a serene tasting experience in North County. Savor their hand-picked wine tastings or share a bottle with your loved ones. Join their wine club for exclusive benefits, unforgettable wines right in your city.
Go out there and say hi to Chris.
Yeah, please. He would love that.
He loves talking to people.
He would absolutely love that.
And tell him we sent you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be like, that damn Odd Pairing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were great. So the next one, let's go into season. We just finished with all the ones that we loved from season 1.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to go into season 2.
Yes.
And we're going to switch our drink a little bit.
Oh, okay. Move it on over.
Like I said, I really wanted to bring back kind of what we did in the first episode.
Oh, I was wondering.
Old Smoky is back.
I was like, is it going to be pickles or is it going to be Old Smoky?
Right. Old Smoky is back. If you guys know us by now, we started off this season with moonshine. Why? Right? We're going to end it this season with French champagne. And then we started with moonshine. Okay? And today we're going to try their sour watermelon. I'm sorry.
Oh,
not their sour apple.
Yeah, because we tried the apple.
We did.
And that was amazing.
Yes.
And so this is exciting. Is this like a summer release?
Yes. This is a summer release. And I thought it was fitting because it's watermelon, summertime with the watermelon, right? And it's so hot and I wanted to be cool.
Oh, we did have that watermelon juice elixir.
That's right.
Oh, that was amazing. Right. 8 Juice Co.
Oh, come on, 8 Juice Co. Oh. And so we get a little bit.
Wow. Old Smoky. Old Smoky. Hanging on.
So I had to bring this back because I really enjoy that they have so many varieties and so many flavors and they have nailed moonshine.
Yeah. Which is hard to do, right?
Really hard to do.
That it doesn't taste like lighter fluid.
Exactly. And if you, I don't know if you've ever had it, like people just like made it.
No.
But in the South, because so many different people make it, it comes in so many different varieties of something, and you kind of know that it needs to be tweaked like a little bit, you know, from like different people making it. And for Old Smoky to make it in such a, like, I love first of all, the packaging. I'm always gonna talk about the packaging of it. To still have it in this mason jar is genius. And then to kind of corner and market moonshine to be just different flavors, and like we had the ones with the pickles and the peaches, and you know, just and the apple pie, like that one.
Yeah,
and so
it's like caramel apple.
Yeah, so you know, they've done such a great job with this, and I thought that we would go into the second half of our season 2 with our first
watermelon. I like watching you first.
God. Oh, it's like just the right type of sour too. It's not puckery sour. It's just like candy. Oh, Smokey, you don't have to keep doing this like this. If you want me to just buy y'all out, just say that. Just say I'm doing stock for you now. Yeah.
There is a sweetness to it. So like you said, it's not too sour.
Yeah. Love that. So since we're going into our season 2 people who we loved, let's go into Will the Wine Guy with Coomber.
Coomber. Yes. I learned so much from Will.
I gotta have him on again.
I know.
Gotta do it again.
Yeah, didn't you went out and bought those special glasses after?
I had to.
You were just like, I can't drink wine.
Who am I?
Out of glassware that is not approved by Will.
Who am I? Like, who do I think I am?
Yep.
Just out here just drinking it with the lip all curled up.
Yeah, right?
All this time.
Not
and now I
the
just
full
got
wine experience.
I'm not at all. And here I was thinking that I was, you know, with my people. Oh, guys, you're just not going to drink out the wrong glasses.
It made me want to like dive into like sommelier classes or something. Just that when he guided us through the tasting of the French versus what was the other? It was French and I think it was a Paso. Wasn't it a Paso?
I know it was
the
California,
Pinot.
But I didn't know.
Yeah. But anyways, the difference is, and he's like, just by the color, you can tell this. Just by the way that it has the smell, and you can take away all, like, just how you take the exam. And I was like,
super knowledgeable.
Whoa. As I've learned that over time with beer, but I've never been guided through a tasting like that with wine before. And that was so fun.
Oh,
I was like, came home and I was telling my husband, it's like, oh my God, listen to all the stuff I learned.
Same. Because I mean, that's what Armando was doing a lot anyway with wine. And so I was like giving him knowledge on some things because of what Will told us. And Will, for him to kind of, you know, guide us through that, it was, like you said, you kind of wanted to be, because what was he? He was level 2, right?
Level 2. Yeah, he said if he tried to go one more level, he would get divorced.
Right. It was very confusing on how he was trying to, like, how he told us, like, all the things it takes to be it. And for us, it sounded, like, exciting. But at the same time, he was like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I was so confused. I was like, but I want to. You making it sound like I can do it.
Well, I want to learn all of it. I just don't want to get tested. Right. Like, just teach me everything and then let me absorb the information and then, like, go impress some other people and whatever. But I don't need the certification.
My overachieving spirit is going to allow me to get the certification. It would not allow me to just sit around and just learn information all day. Yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about Coomber Wine.
Coomber Craft Wines Oceanside, where wine is a joy, an art, and a way of life. Born out of a passion, they started in Santa Barbara, crafting wines that express their bold personality. In 2019, their dream grew with their Oceanside Urban Winery, a favorite among locals and visitors. They take pride in creating unique wines like their 95 rated vintage. But that's just the beginning at Coomber. It's not just about the wine. It's about community, fun, and making friends. And they are opening a new location in Vista as well, which has been in the works for several months. And it'll be in downtown Vista, and looks like it's getting closer and closer every day, which is very exciting.
That is.
So location number 2 is on its way.
So I haven't had a chance to go out and visit their location, but I do want to. I do want to experience the Oceanside one, just because of the way that Will talked about it with the live. You always gonna get me with live music. I don't care what you're singing. You gonna get me with it. I'm gonna be toe tapping the whole time. I love these guys. That's what it takes. Like, as soon as you get drunk, then you love everyone who's singing. You going up to them.
Everyone's so talented.
Everyone's so talented. I'm a singer myself, and you're still more talented than me. Oh, you did such a great job. And so I really need to go out and visit their location. But if you guys got to see that episode, you'll see why you should go, because he's so knowledgeable about it. You want to go not just for tasting. You actually want to go for the experience of talking to him. Yeah. And to probably his staff, because I'm pretty sure the staff also
trains them.
Yeah. They're knowledgeable. So just having that, going there to learn, I think that that's something that is intriguing to me now when I'm going to these different places. I'm asking questions. What is this? What is this? What does this mean? Yeah. I've heard that before. What does that mean, though? I have no idea what that does or what it do. Who knows? Yeah. So, yeah. So going to their place, please, guys, go and visit and watch that episode, because that was a good one. Yeah. So the next one is Ballast Point. First of all, Jeff, amazing.
Special place for that guy. Yeah, I love Jeff.
Jeff is the guy, okay? Not just for Ballast Point, but Jeff could go anywhere and sell peanuts to an elephant. He is so enthusiastic about the brand and knowing about what the brand is about, the background, the history.
Well, I was going to say not just enthusiasm, but passion and like a pure joy for and appreciation for who he works for, what they do, what they stand for, and really just sharing that with other people. And it makes him so special.
Yes. If anyone that's sitting at the head table for Ballast ever decides to stumble upon this episode and listen to it, you guys need to give Jeff a seat at the table. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to say y'all need to give him a seat at the table, because the information that he came on this show with and the stories behind what he knew, really, I wouldn't have had thought. If I was just an onlooker watching the show, I wouldn't have thought he didn't own that place.
Well, and also like his story of working for that company. You know, he said he started in the warehouse, kind of worked his way up, and now he's this brand ambassador because he loves the company and loves who they are. He loves their story, their ups and their downs. Yeah. And he wants to share that with people. Yeah. Yeah. It's really unique.
I've never heard a brand ambassador as enthusiastic and passionate as he is. That's why that man needs to sit at the table. Y'all need to give him some stock in or something. I'm rooting for it. I'm gonna be at the table voting. Say aye. Aye. Please give him a time. So Ballast Point was born in San Diego's home brew mart. They believed in the complete art of craft brewing, infusing their beers with creative and passion. From a hoppy twist on a porter to their gold medal winning, what is that? Sculpin IPA. What is Sculpin?
It's a fish or a dolphin.
Oh, God. I was like, that's why you fucking know what it was. Okay. Sculpin IPA, they always ask, is there a better way? They're proud of their team, their beers, and you, their extended family. Ballast Point, brewing with pride and passion, taste the adventure. And if you live in Long Beach, please go visit their spot.
Oh, yeah, you love that spot.
Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful spot. You can pull your boat right up to it. I'm only getting a boat just to pull it up to Ballast Point.
Shut up. I almost just spit everywhere.
I'm not trying to go nowhere. I'm just trying to pull my boat up to the back of Ballast Point.
I think that sounds amazing. I think that's a good goal.
That's all I'm saying. All right. So for our next one is Surge Coffee. This episode, me and Armando did. Mm-hmm. And this couple, Valerie and Chris, they are such a just lovely couple to be around. And to know that they had this passion for coffee and was able to make their own coffee. I mean, just hearing their story just on the episode about like how they was tasting coffee till they were sick, and then to hear it from also bread and cheese. I was like, is this what it take to make your own thing? I don't think I want to do it, because you're not gonna ruin my experience. And so for them to do that and have such care with their coffee brand and what they're doing for their community is even more of a reason why I wanted to add them to this list, because they're also about to open up a spot in El Cajon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right now they've just been more of like, they'll show up, they have like pop-ups, they'll show up at different, if you want them at your wedding, your birthday party or whatever, they can be there to do that. And so knowing that they're about to open up this new spot in El Cajon, that's also it's going to be part coffee shop and part art gallery.
Oh, that's great.
So just imagine how bougie you have to be just to have your cup of coffee and you just around here is that Van Gogh?
Van Gogh.
Oh, I love this. Is that the Mona Lisa in the background? The Louvre actually let it come here. So I love that they are doing something with that type of experience to allow the coffee goers who are fans of their coffee to be able to come in and also kind of not just have like a cafe type vibe, but also can kind of come in and look at some local art. Mm-hmm. Love that for them. Yeah,
and giving artists a place to put their art. You know, it's hard to be an artist and find galleries that will hang your art, or, you know, so having another place for local artists to be a part of the community and show off their arts and crafts, like that's another win.
Yeah. And I think I want to like mention that to other art galleries in the ether. A lot of people who aren't in the art world aren't going to art galleries. Right? And of course, you got to have some money to go to an art gallery, because art ain't cheap. Unless you just, want to get it from like TJ Maxx or something. That's such a smart idea to have an art gallery inside of a place people frequent. Because coffee is something people frequent.
Going almost every day.
Almost every day.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like a Home Depot or like a Lowe's or something where you kind of go when you need something. This is something where they go literally every day to pick up their coffee, and then they go off, or they stay there to work on something or whatever.
Working remote, or students or whatever need a place to study. Like, there's a lot of opportunity.
So many opportunity. And so if other galleries could also have that same idea of pairing up with something local like that, especially
approachability.
Man, you never know who might come in.
Right.
Because rich people buy coffee too.
They do. They do. Yeah.
They buy coffee too. You know what I mean? So just having that thought process of just being able to connect something that usually isn't something people frequent on their own, unless you're in the community. And now I don't have to be in the community, but who knows, I might find a piece that I need for my living room or over my bed.
Yeah.
Or in the hallway.
Yeah. Somewhere. Or a gift.
Or a gift.
Yep.
That is such a great idea. And I think people probably underestimating it a little bit, because it really is a great idea to kind of combine those two. Because I'm not going to, even if I see an art gallery that I pass.
I'm not walking in.
You
Can't buy anything in there
gallery
anyways.
equals
Money.
$14 signs. That's all I see is $14 signs when I see gallery.
Yeah, not approachable.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. You have to get a lure. Coffee's a good lure.
So for Surge to actually go in and get into just a partnership with them, collaboration with them, and to be able to corner that, I think is so smart.
Yeah.
So smart. So Surge Coffee is a place where every sip is an invitation to a memorable experience. They both are children of immigrants, coffee lovers, and they're community builders. They aspire to create a space that delights your taste buds. I love that. Stimulates your mind and soothes your soul. Every cup they serve is a step towards a coalition of coffee lovers reflecting and inspiring our vibrant community. Surge Coffee, where coffee brews connection. They are about to open up a new location once again in El Cajon. So please follow them on social media so you can get, the updates on when they open up this new location. So I'm very proud of them. I really love them as a couple and just super excited about all the stuff that they have going on. And they have merch.
Yeah. Good merch.
Their hats are vegan suede. And Armando can't stop talking about him. Every time he have his on, I can see him doing this. It's like a stem for him. Feeling on it when he get anxious. He's just like, what is this?
Gosh.
And every time he wears it, he posts about it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah. And so it really is. Like, I felt it and I was like, this is such
pretty good.
Like, they gave us, so this is the thing. They gave us 2 hats. Mm-hmm. It's almost like I don't have a hat. Because my husband took both, and I might have to hit Valerie up to be like, I need you to sneak me another hat because...
And I'll hide it and keep it somewhere safe.
And wear it and confuse my husband so he thinks that I'm wearing his hat, but I'm like, no, it's not. They gave me my own. Okay, so for our last one was just on our last episode.
Bread and Cheese Eatery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, they were so fun.
Mm-hmm. Devin and Justin.
Oh, and their grilled cheese.
Amazing.
So bomb.
Amazing. and I want.
I've been eating their grilled cheese for a really long time, and oh my god, I still not sick of it. Like, love it.
How can you? How can you get sick of that?
I don't know. I have no idea. They're
love
great, and then them just as people.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
just them.
They're like
being
infectious.
Yeah. I remember when I met Jason for the first time, because Devin, that was my first time meeting him. Justin, mm-hmm. Yeah. When I met Justin for the first time, I met him at a networking event right here in Vista. Mm-hmm. And he just kind of just came up and just started talking to me. Yeah. And I'm usually, despite the vibe I give off on this show, I'm really shy. When I don't know people, I'm very reserved and kind of shy, and I don't really say
Observing
nothing.
The room.
Yeah. I was just kind of standing back, and I just kind of just went in there and was like, I just see who I can meet. And Justin came up, and he just started just talking to me. And I was like, hey, what do you do? Of course, we're networking event. What do you do? Right. And he was like, I make grilled cheese sandwiches. No, for real. Knock it off. What do you do? Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, for real. And then he pulled out the cutest card. Yeah. And he gave it to me. He was like, this is my little catering company. And then he flipped over to the back and he was like, oh, and then we have the Pineapple Crush version of. And I said, excuse me, sir. First of all, I need to talk about the graphics.
Yeah.
I'm all about graphics.
Yeah. Their marketing is wonderful.
But
it also is friendship based, which is what their whole company is based, stems from. Mad? And I'm just who can be mad at a piece of bread and a piece of cheese holding hands? Best friends forever.
Who can be mad at that? That is it's just adorable. And then they are adorable.
I love it.
In terms of their friendship. Mm-hmm. I love that they kept it through this entire time. Yeah. And being able to work together in that way, I admire them. Mm-hmm. I really do.
Yeah. Because
when I think about my own best friend, I'm like, no, bitch, I can't work with you like that.
Yeah, like
Nah,
I
I
don't
get
want to
mad.
make my relationship with you around business. But I think they do a good job because they're like honest with each other. And remember they were talking about that grading scale, not a grading scale, but how important is this to you? It's like, oh, this is an 8, this is a 4.
Ooh.
Okay, well, it's important to you. So let's go that
right.
way. They trust each other.
Yeah.
And that's what friendship, and that's why I think that they are so successful, is that they have this bond and this trust and this friendship that they just trust that each other are making the right decisions for both of them. And I think that's really wonderful.
And I think that they should give a lesson on leadership.
Yes.
To hear their leadership model, a lot of businesses fail in that part.
Yeah. Well, and also like what they want for their employees, that they're a kindness certified company. Like that's not just an internal thing, it's an external thing too. But like you can tell that they care a lot about the community they serve, but that's not just people they serve grilled cheese to, but they serve a community like within their staff. Like that is their community and they serve them too. Like that's part of who they are.
It goes back to the village mindset.
Yeah.
Everybody in the village work together, live together, raise each other kids literally. And
they want them to be successful. They want them to move on. They want them to be a stepping, they're great.
I love it.
I don't know if you can tell, but we really, really like them.
I love this for them. But yeah, let's talk about bread and cheese.
Bread and Cheese Eatery. Devin and Justin, best buddies since childhood, bound by baseball games, sleepovers, and a shared love for good food. Recently was on the show. Their paths diverged in college and converged again in their shared journey around the globe. Inspired by their travels and their love for community, Bread and Cheese Catering was born. At Bread and Cheese, they bring the world to your plate, one delightful bite at a time. Very delightful. Bread and Cheese Catering, where friendship and food come together.
Oh, thank you,
fantastic,
Devin and Justin. Thank you so much for just being y'all, and everyone that we have interviewed on this show, just for what you guys are doing for the community, what you guys are just putting into your brand, and I want you guys to know that we have your support like 100%, because it's something about people talking about their brand and what's behind it and then being good people. I'm all about you being a good person, period.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, I'm standing behind you. Now, it's kind of hard to stand behind you if your stuff is shitty. But what I'm saying is I still root you on from the side. But everyone that has come onto this show has, in some shape, form, or fashion, made it where they are just killing it in the community aspect. And I love that everything is like super local and something that's family. All of these places really are family friendly. I know I talked about Pizza Port being family friendly only because I know that every time I go there, it's like 1,000 kids.
Side steps.
It's like 1,000 kids there. But all of these places are family friendly, and you want to introduce that and getting back into the community of, like I said, what SIP is doing in terms of those conversations that are being had in that place. And then what you and yours is doing, making girls night again. You know what I mean? And just like bringing that into that, and then having that family vibe and just like cool vibe that you would have at Forgotten Barrel and Grafted Cellars. Like all of those different places, I love what these places are doing for the community, and I want them to keep going. And I'm going to keep inspiring people to visit because they're nailing it.
Yeah.
And I love this for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're a podcast of community, so we're going to keep talking about it.
Yeah. Pillars.
Yeah.
They're all pillars. Yeah.
As we close out,
let
me pour you some more Clico. That's the whole point. I realized that this Champagne was in a song by Wiz Khalifa called Black and Yellow. And I heard him say Clico in it, and I was like, I know Clico. I know that. That's the good shit. That's the good stuff. What you know about that, sir? So, as we close out this episode and season, we want to remind you guys to everything that we talk about and educate you on, please drink with responsibility. As you saw in the first beginning of the season, we gave you guys a lot of information on just what's going out there with alcohol, right? Because we do like to have fun on here, but we also like to educate what is going on. So, and then for next season, you're going to see a lot of good social media content from me because I'm traveling. Mm-hmm. I am going to Champagne, France. I can't wait. I'm like ready. And then
You're like ready to fly out of your seat.
So excited about that trip. And then I'm also gonna go to Mexico to kind of dive deep into some tequila stuff. Now that I have more knowledge, I'm not going to just drink like I want to. I'm actually gonna be in the agave fields. I might even put some boots and gloves on and be out there like, let me get in here. And then there's another trip that I'm possibly taking. Right now it's kind of up in the air. I was trying to do it because China now has wine. Mm-hmm. And I need to know why.
Yes. Go find out and let us know.
What is their terroir doing?
Yeah.
In China. And why do they have wine? Mm-hmm. That's not what what is going on with the rice paddy fields that they can now do wine? I need to know.
Find out.
So yeah. As soon as I can get my ticket situation going on and figure out how to not spend $12,000 on a ticket. You might see some content from me also going out there to see what is intriguing about their wine.
Yeah.
And it'd be something new because we've never talked about China wine.
No, we haven't. And they have like their beer industry is like booming too.
What?
Yeah. So we need to talk about China more.
Now I need to go look that up.
Yes. You really need to go on that China trip.
I need to go on this China trip. But yeah, so cheers to us completing this season.
Cheers.
Yeah. And as usual, signing off, Odd Pairing.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening and watching Odd Pairing. So please subscribe, like, rate,
and comment with your favorite drinking stories and curiosities about adult beverages. Cheers.
I'm going to happy hour. Who's driving?
I'm gonna walk.